Yo, what is up, guys? Boris here, coming to you guys with a post time skip Luffy legend guide. It has been a while since I've done one of these, and by the time I upload this, I should have made a playlist for all the different guides that I've done. I know I have to go back and do a few that I missed. I will go ahead and do those, but people have been really asking me, and ignore this chopper, but people have been really asking me to do one of these guides. So here it is. First off, the first one we're going to do is going to be Monkey D. Luffy Reunion of the Straw Hats 6-star legend. This one just came out on global version, and it's relatively new on Japan as well. So today I'm going to be going over what exactly he does and what he needs to be successful. He is, in my opinion, the best legend in the game. Potentially, you could argue maybe first or second. Him or Akainu often go back and forth. Even, to be fair, sometimes Fujitora is thrown in the mix, but this Luffy is insane. And let me go over how exactly to use him properly. I'm going to start with this Japan team that is really powerful at showcasing just how much damage he can do. And for those of you guys who don't know, this brand new Luffy is really powerful. Boosts the attack of free spirits by 2.5, so he's normally a 2.5 captain for all free spirit, but if you use his special, that's times 4 instead of times 2.5. So times 4, which is the highest boost you can get for a captain, and it's for 3 turns. So his special lasts for 3 turns, so every turn that is special active, he's going to get times 4. Now, you do have to use each individual Luffy special if you want to get each of their bonuses. And on top of that, you also get a damage reduction of 15%. So, I mean, this Luffy combined with some sockets, he's going to do so much damage. He's insane. His attack, or special, is going to be 60 time characters damage and quick, so it's a lot of quick damage. And also makes Dex, Quick, and Psi orbs beneficial for 3 turns. So pretty much all the colors except for, red and, red and purple. Sorry, red and purple aren't. So for instance, on a purple unit, a purple orb is still going to be matching orb, but a Psi orb is not going to be bad, it's going to be good. And same thing with Dex. So the only orbs that you really don't want on a purple unit are going to be red orbs. Now, with that said, this team is very powerful. Times 4 damage, guys, is very rare. And that is the main reason why he is good. Is because he's times 4 damage for 3 turns. That's times 16. That's insane. So just to give you guys an example of how much damage he does, I went ahead and gave everyone matching orbs. I'm going to go ahead and activate both of their specials. So now both of those captains are up. We're going to go ahead and activate Shanks, so I'll talk about it a little bit later. He's a Japan exclusive unit at the moment, but he should eventually arrive on global. Same thing with Brook, and Boa just she's been out for a while. So look at this damage. You're looking at a lot of damage in every color. 9 million damage. And that's insane. This is crazy. And you could add more damage if you replace Ivankov, but actually, let me see. Do I have her anywhere? I need to pull up my keyboard real quick. What if we replace Ivankov with Monet? See how much damage that would do. I have talked about this Luffy in one of my videos in the past, but yeah. So you're crossing 10 million damage against reds and against yellows, and almost 10 mil against ints. So this is a lot of damage. So what exactly do these units do? Well, Brook, let's start with Brook. He's a 1.75 boost for slashers and freedom. So this is the batch 2 of the New World Straw Hats. Whenever that comes out, these New World, every rare recruit from the New World on is going to be very powerful. He also delays all enemies by 1 turn, so he's a delayer, really strong. And Red-Haired Shanks is also very good because he's a times 2 orb booster for cerebral and free spirit. So times 2. I mean, the only other character that does that is Dofi, that I can think of. And reduces paralysis for 3 turns. He also makes recovery and tandem orbs beneficial, but they don't stack with the Luffy, so keep that in mind. Now, the thing about this is just this is such a powerful team. This is so powerful. And you get this for 3 turns. I mean, you don't get this much damage, but even without any specials, just some matching orbs, 2 million against Sai without any special. So this is insane. This is insane. Of course, you're gonna have Boa for 2 turns, so Boa is gonna be a little active for 2 turns, and depending on what you use, you could use other captains, other specials as well. But pretty much what the team you're gonna want to use here is gonna be obviously double Luffy. You're gonna want to use your type booster, your orb booster, and then 2 flex slots. One of them is gonna be like an increased damage, and one of them is gonna be a sort of resilience character. So even Kov, this is a rare recruit one, is really good because it allows you to reduce damage by 50%. You know, on top of the however much you reduce already, and also recovers 8 HP every turn. So he's one of the best. Easy to socket, low cooldown. It's gonna be a really awesome character. Must have in my opinion for a lot of these Luffy teams. And then Boa is really good because it locks your chain at 2.5, so you just do a lot of damage and delays. Very powerful free spirit unit. Now, the 2 that are on global get are Brook and Shanks. So Brook is really interesting. There's a few replacements you can do. So the first one, and the one most people will point to, is Coliseum Apu. So he does about the same thing. Does a 1.75 boost to shooters and free spirit, but you do take a reduction in recovery for 2 turns, and you take double damage for 2 turns. So obviously it's not as good, but it's pretty good replacement for now, and it has a low cooldown. And obviously we don't have Shanks yet. But when it comes to free spirit or boosters, I mean, you could try to go for someone like Frankie, you know, Stronghold Frankie if you want a 2-turn burst. If we turn on Frankie, Apu, I mean, that's still like you're doing about 5 million over 2, and well, 5 million then the next turn, you would do a little bit less, you know, or 2 million and. The second turn, 5 million the first turn. So I mean, it's just pretty powerful. And against Reds, I mean, you're doing 7 million the first turn, 4 million the second turn. So very powerful team. If you want a better orb booster, you could use someone like I believe Jabra, right? Jabra does a 1.75 orb boost. So now you're looking at 6 million damage and almost you're doing 9 million. This is a global team, by the way. This is a global team. 9 million damage. With all matching orbs, and you could also do Senor Pink. Senor Pink also works on the team. Turn that up. So he is. Oh, I have to do level 2. Senor Pink has 2 levels. So yeah, 7 million to int. I mean, this team is crazy. Now, of course, you're asking me, you know. These are all matching orbs, right? So you're not always going to have all the matching orbs. You do lose some damage, of course. But keep in mind, it makes quick dex and psi orbs beneficial. So that means for int and red units, you're going to have pretty much only one orb that's not bad, and you have obviously meet in tandem. So keep that in mind. You know, you could add in definitely some orb manipulation in there and whatnot. You don't need to run Ivankov. This is mainly, Ivankov is nice, but you don't need to run it. So I'd say that the main problem Luffy teams have at the end of the day is orb manipulation, because most of your slots are taken up. But you also don't need Boa, like especially if you run the Brook. He already stalls for you, right? So you don't have to run the Boa. So if I go, if I open up over here, let me see if I can look up. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. This is the wrong one. But I want to look up. I should have probably done this before the video. But because I'm noticing that the main problem this free spirit teams have is orb manipulation. Now, of course, like I said, the Shanks will make recovery and tandem matching, but they do not stack with Luffy's. So keep that in mind. We're gonna go to free spirit, and let's check orb, orb booster or chance booster, orb controller. And let's see what we got. I mean, you could run a couple units, you know, like Law. Law would change everything. Well, no, you don't want Law. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of tough. You would want someone. It depends on also what team and how many of each color you have. Even Kov changes to either recovery, strength, or dex, so that wouldn't work. It would be nice to finally be able to use raid boss even Kov for once, but we're gonna be running the other even Kov anyways. So. What does Frankie do? Frankie has to do with G-Orbs. Oh, and we're not done yet, of course, guys. We have some other stuff to talk about as well with this team. I just wanted to take a quick detour here and see if I can find any good orb controllers. Frankie himself gives him a red orb, so remember that as well. You could run Firefox Kinemon. Yeah, Firefox Kinemon. HP is above 70%. Adjacent orbs to matching. Pretty good. Changes strength and dex orbs into matching orbs. Don't need that. Conjuro. What about Conjuro? Changes recovery, tandem MTG to badly matching orbs. So you could run Conjuro actually. Yeah. Wow, Conjuro would actually work, right? So let me get him on screen. I'm thinking of two. Yeah, I'm thinking of Conjuro from the Colosseum. Boa. If you want to run the raid boss, you can run the 6+ Boa. Would give the left units matching orbs. That's 3 guaranteed matching orbs. Unfortunately, your captain does become a recovery orb, but you have to be above 50% HP for that. So do keep that in mind. And so yeah, let me pop up Conjuro on here. Sorry, you guys are staring at a blank screen. So let's say I want to run Conjuro. So he'll change Strength, Quick, Dex, Psi, and Int orbs into matching orbs for Free Spirit and Striker characters. So that's pretty good. That's nice. And he changes Recovery, Tandem, MTG, and Bomb orbs into badly matching orbs. So depending on the proper team, this could definitely work. So keep in mind that Luffy, right, boost makes Quick, Dex, and Psi orbs beneficial. So if you have an Int character, that would make it a Psi orb, that's beneficial. If you have a red character, it would make it a beneficial orb. And if you have a green character, it would make it Quick. So you can definitely play around with that kind of stuff. Who else was I looking? I was looking at someone else. Who else was I thinking about? What does the Leo do? Oh, Kinemon. Yeah. So Kinemon is another Colosseum character. Let me get him up here. And he guarantees you 3 matching orbs as long as you're above 70%. So, and he has a very low cooldown. So every 5 turns you can get 3 matching orbs. Not too bad. Put him over here, wherever you want to put him. Put him over here. Senior Pink gives himself an orb. So at this point, the only characters who don't have matching orbs are Luffy and Kinemon himself. But then at that point, you have 4 matching orbs out of the 7. So you have a pretty high chance of getting a matching orb on these. So overall, I mean, I think this team has a lot of potential. Now, there has been a development recently. So Brook, it seems like he might be taken out pretty soon on Japan. Again, I'm talking about a lot of Japan and Global, but Global is catching up really quick to Japan. So they will definitely be, I think, catching up and getting a lot of these units very soon. So Sabo 6-star plus, here we go. Let me go back to the old team we had. So Shanks probably be on there soon. Senior Pink. Well, let's make this a global. Let's make this a global team. So let's put Boa back on there. Well, technically this is not a global team, but this is global. This spot. Oh yeah. So if you're on global, like I said, you could run Apu. You could run Koala. This Koala will boost everyone except for Boa, but she'll boost even covers a fighter. Senior Pink is a fighter. In first stage, activating second stage. Koala. And wait, I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like I should be doing more damage. I guess this is more damage split out over all the different types. So yeah. But anyways, so Koala boosts fighters by 1.75. So if he's a fighter, she's a fighter, he's a fighter, fighter. So Koala definitely is a nice one to use right now. However, soon guys we'll be getting the Sabo 6-star plus. So if you're on global and you don't know, there's gonna be 6-star plus units coming out soon. So Whitebeard's getting one, Boa's the second one to get it, and then Sabo is gonna get a 6-star plus soon. And the way you get a 6-star plus, check my how to get all the skulls video. I have it uploaded a few days ago where to get all the super skulls for all the units. Pretty much you get to an invasion. It's a really low drop rate, but once you get it, you know, you'll be pretty excited. This Sabo is awesome because his special is going to be boost the attack of free spirits by 1.75 on the first turn, and during that turn, if you score 4 perfect hits, Boost the attack of free spirit characters by 2 times the following turn. So it used to be 1.5 and hit all perfects 1.75 or 2 times. I don't know. I think it's 2 times. Now it's 1.75 the first turn. And then during that turn, if you hit 4 perfects, boost the attack of free spirits by 2 times the following turn. So that's the first turn. Using switch, disable, and re-enable. Is a 2-time multiplier. Okay, so that's what you're getting right there. 2 times multiplier. So I mean, there's a lot of damage. Again, you're almost hitting 8.6 million here. Pretty crazy. The 2 times ore boost is kind of, you know, is definitely gonna put him over the top, but you know, it's not necessary. I mean, you're hitting almost 10 million against ints. So I mean, just, you're gonna one-shot young Whitebeard with this. I mean, you just crazy damage, man. Crazy damage. And I think that's pretty much it to this Luffy. I mean, obviously you can just throw in any free spirits onto the team. And I mean, like I said, even with no specials, let's just say these are random free spirit units, guys. Just activating Luffy's special, you get over 1 million damage to every color every single turn. With reds and ints, well, in this case, definitely reds are going to take about 2 million because you're going to have both Luffy's. Throw in one more blue unit, you're doing over 2 point something million without any specials. So, you know, throw in a Boa, throw in a Sabo special. There we go, 2 times, and then throw in a second stage Senior Pink, and I mean, it just boosts so much. So, with that said, I also think that Global has the Kuja pirate ship, I believe. So this also help you heal and do all that stuff. Eventually, the Lost Submarine will come out, I think. I see the Polar Tang is what it's called. Could run that as well. So, and you could change Boa in for a fighter and maybe run like the Jinbei ship. There's a lot of possibilities. But with that said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below if you have any more questions about this Luffy. He's very good, and I can't wait to really level him up and max him. So, until then, guys, peace.